friends, we can go ahead and get this started. All right. Thank you for joining me. Luis Miles here, health fitness specialist with Exos at Autodesk. And this is the AM stretch break on a beautiful Thursday morning, Thursday late morning here in Northern California. So what I want to start with here today, guys, is some nice twisting on the ground. So let's go ahead and lay down, particularly on one side here on the ground. And we'll get it going. I'm gonna adjust this so you guys can see a little bit better. So starting, lying on one side here, knees are gonna be stacked up on top of each other, right up around hip level. So you have a 90-degree angle at the hips, 90-degree angle at the knees. You want these knees to stay glued together and stay glued to the ground. So keeping those arms kind of outstretched right in front of us and resting our head, on the ground or a pillow or a yoga block. What we're gonna do is just a nice kind of open book. Want to take that top hand. We're gonna twist. We're gonna keep our eye on that top moving hand. And as we rotate and as we kind of open up like a book, I want to keep turning that head to follow that hand as far as we can. It's a good spine stretch. Really good for in the morning too, especially when we're kind of all stiff from sleeping. Let's go ahead and now close that book. Bring that arm all the way back to the starting position. Let the head turn with that. Awesome. Let's do a few more. You can kind of move a little bit quicker than that first rep. Now that we kind of got that one big twist out of the way, we might be able to go a little bit further each time here now. I like this lying down version a lot just because the gravity kind of helps us out. If you want, you can kind of take a pause in that big opened up position, take a deep breath, and you'll probably feel on that exhale a little bit more stretch if you're looking for it. Definitely one of my all-time favorites here. All right, wherever we're at, let's make this the last one here on this side. All right, guys, good job. And after closing, let's go ahead and switch over to the other side. All right, same deal. Knees up at hip level, staying glued together, glued to the ground. Once we're in our good starting position, let's go ahead and open it up. Let that head follow that hand to where all the way opened up. Good job, you guys. Good job. Just kind of flowing through this one, seeing how far our spines are going to allow us to rotate today. The more we do this one, the better it will get. That's the kind of hard part to some of these is staying so consistent that you keep those results and that they don't just disappear after doing it a couple times. Good work, guys. We're just opening up like a big book, keeping those knees glued together, letting everything but the lower spine rotate here. Wherever we're at, let's make this the last one. Big opening up. Take a deep breath. And let's close that book for the last time here. Nicely done, guys. Go ahead and flip onto your backs here. For this next one, now that we've kind of rotated the top part of the spine, let's go ahead and take care of that lower part of the spine. So with our knees bent, feet connected to the ground here, I'm gonna have my feet about 1 foot apart. What we're gonna do is just let the lower spine rotate. So you can go ahead and spread your arms out too if you kind of want to relax. And let's just let those knees kind of fall out to one side, letting our hips, shift. Hips can come up off the ground on the back side. And Pulling a little bit with the abs until those knees can fall over on the other side, and we can let those hips shift a little bit here. So we're just gonna kind of go back and forth, letting those legs kind of fall like windshield wipers. Just back and forth, loosening up that low back. You know, the low back gets real stiff, especially on days when we're sitting a lot. Want to be able to make sure that those muscles too can have a chance to, you know, loosen up a little bit and not always have to be on supporting us in whatever posture that we're sitting in. Good work here, guys. Let's do one more each side here. All right, one last one. Come on over to first side here. Nicely done. All right, let's bring it back up to the middle. And then let's slowly make our way into a nice kneeling position. Take your time here. Now to prepare for a day of sitting like most of us have in front of us, let's do a nice hip flexor stretch. So what we want to do is get one knee down on the ground, one foot out in front. Tuck that tailbone, find our abs, and find that glute squeeze of that leg that's on the ground or that knee that's connected to the ground. Push the hips forward here a little bit. Take a moment to find that stretch wherever that's at for you. Keep those abs pulled in. And then when you're ready, you can raise that same side arm up towards the ceiling. Take a couple nice belly breaths here in this position. Nicely done, guys. All right, let's slowly shift back. Take the pressure out of the front of the hip there for a second. And then let's go back into it. So same side, same thing. Abs, glutes, pushing the hips forward here a little bit. Finding that medium intensity stretch. Raising that arm up. And then a couple belly breaths. All right, guys, nicely done. Let's go ahead and switch sides. We're going to go through that same checklist here on this side as well. So, nice tailbone tuck. We want to get that glute nice and squeezed. Pull those abs in. Shift the weight forward a little bit if you need to. Find that medium stretch. And then let's raise that arm up. Good job, guys. Let's shift the weight back onto that knee. We're gonna do one more final round here, the hip flexor stretch on the side. All right, let's begin that checklist. Go into it with the hip flex or the tailbone tuck, the glute squeeze, the abs, shifting the hips forward just a little bit to find that spot, and then raising that arm up with a couple belly breaths. Sweet. Let's go ahead and shift our way back here. Last thing we got time for today, guys, let's stand it up and do a little bit of upper back and shoulder work. Camera up here a little bit. All right, guys, so since we're preparing for a day of sitting for the most part, let's go ahead and just do a couple scapular rows. And when I say scapular row, we're just talking about pinching the shoulder blades together. But this time I want us to pretend that we're holding kind of onto something like an elastic band in front of us. So let's go ahead and extend our arms here. You can ball the fists up if you want. Pretend like we're holding on to an elastic band. And what we're going to do is pull that band back into kind of a nice row, pinching those shoulder blades together. And remember, the elbows don't have to come back super far. So you see a gap in between my shirt here. It's a little bit too far. We just want to bring them back Nice pinch, elbows at the side here, chest out, and then let that elastic band pull your arms back forward. So let's do a few of these. Let's try for a quick 10. Just a nice quick pinch. Make sure we're still breathing. You really want to exaggerate that pinch in the back, like you're really pulling on a tough band here. Good work, you guys. Keep that core tight as well. Couple more here, guys. Last one here, guys. Big shoulder blade pinch. And relax. Nice work, you guys. Thank you guys for joining me in this nice kind of peaceful morning stretch breaks. These are always so awesome. I kind of do them on days when we're not doing the live ones too, and it just really helps me kind of get my workday going. So I highly recommend. We still got the Strava challenge going. It's also awesome to see what you guys are doing with the 5K and our design to run 5K, 10K, half, and then full marathons. Looking forward to this weekend to seeing what everyone kind of does with that. And then we also have a stretch break with me later today at 2:30 p.m. and then 12 p.m. exercise with Exo. So I'm excited for that workout. I got a sneak peek of it earlier today. It's going to be super fun. So I hope you guys will join us. Thank you guys for joining me, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and stay safe out there.
Thank you, Luis.
Thanks, Luis.
Good job. See you guys.